it's going to be like in the future.
The Book of Harper, Chapter 1. No worries, my love. You won't have to give him the world because God has given him the kingdom. He is a young lion, and power will not only be in his voice, it will also be in his hands. The blessings of the Father will fall to the Son, and his generation shall be saved when they hear his voice. In his hands will be both the power to bless and to heal, and in his voice shall be both the power to cause and to command. His faith shall not be in his fortune, but his fortune shall be in his faith. For the God of heaven has chosen these broken vessels to form one great vessel. His ability to mend and to minister will cause him to sit before the kings of the earth. There is no good thing that shall be withheld from his hands. He is a son of destiny, and the rule of the kings will rest in his favor. There's a certain greatness to lateness, for though not in our time and nearly out of time, his arrival was right on time. For in due time, he arrived to revive. Remember these words. Chapter 2. Furthermore, the boy shall ascend at the time appointed with the heart of his father within him. He will be a great man of intellect, both analytical and perceptive. Diplomacy will be his identity, but it is victory that shall be his priority. Within him lies a great warrior, and he shall not fail, but he will indeed win. I'll tell you a story of a young woman some years ago who was pregnant with twins. Her womb had been shut for nearly 6 years, while knowing that a prophecy had been spoken over her life. A completely chaotic atmosphere surrounded her, as unscrupulous characters were always in and out of her house. She endured horrible and incredible violence at the hands of an alcoholic husband who was the neighborhood thug. One day afterwards, the pain of it persisted in her abdomen, and fearing that she had lost her boys to miscarriage, she hurried to the hospital. There, her gynecologist informed her that his test had revealed that she had a cancerous tumor within her uterus, and that the embryos, her twin boys, would have to be aborted. Though battered and bruised, and as cancer ate away at her young, tender life with each passing moment, the young lady said to him, "But I have a promise, sir, and there is greatness in my womb. From the slave ship to my mother's generation, God has supplied a preacher, and that preacher whom the Lord has promised is in my womb. So if need be, my family can prepare for my burial, but my son shall be the man of God. Remember you my words." Well, in the process of time, death ultimately arrived and stole away her son from her womb. But what it was that death did not realize is that she had yet another son, the son that God hid behind her uterus until his time came forth. And so it was while early on a warm summer Sunday morning, just before Sunday school in the month of August, that while the doctor was yet running down the halls of old St. Luke's Hospital, expecting to deliver unto her a stillborn child, when he entered the delivery room, only to find that the boy had literally leaped from his mother's womb and was quietly resting in her bosom. While he yet marveled, the doctor asked the young lady from East Cleveland, But how could these things possibly be? The young lady simply replied, "Is there anything too hard for my God?" Though death came and went, yet more than half of a century later, and that little boy that leaped is now the father of a boy named Harper. So powerful was the faith of that young woman until not long after her abhorrent and horrible husband surrendered his life to Christ and retired to heaven after nearly 40 years of service and as a bishop in the Lord's church. As for that young woman, who is now well into her 80s, faces her own mortality like a soldier and is set as ready to depart because she says God has always kept his promises about her boy, and he's not about to break his word ever. A mama's boy? Perhaps this writer is. But a mama's miracle? Absolutely that. And now, you all know why. My son Harper is a miracle too. He is the son of my right hand. My friends are his friends. So that makes him a friend of God. He's going to be great. I love you, my son. Remember your fathers.